I'm home.
Welcome home. Hey, Ritsu, come over here.
Sure, I'll go later.
What's the matter? You need to come right now.
I'm just gonna go wash my hands first.
Oh, wait a minute.
Why should I have to wait for that? Maybe I'll take a shower while I'm at it. I opened the door to the bathroom. There, I froze. What? Who are you? I've been into the bathroom of my house countless times, but standing there was a girl that I didn't know. She had sharp eyes and looked like a strong girl, but without a doubt she was beautiful. She looked about the same age as me. But wait. I felt like I've seen her somewhere before. Where was it again?
What is it? Hey, cut it out already. Don't stare at people like that so creepily.
That's true, my bad.
Sheesh.
No, but if there was a girl that you didn't know that appeared in your house, wouldn't anybody stare?
Hey, Ritsu.
Oh, Mom, there's a problem. There's a girl that I don't know here. But what is this?
What do you mean, a girl that you don't know?
I'm asking you, who is this girl?
You idiot, you forgot the face of your childhood friend?
Huh? Childhood friend?
That girl is Madoka.
You mean Madoka Miura?
Yes.
You mean that crybaby?
You were the one that made her cry, aren't you?
No, I'm not. I was always taking care of you. If anything, all I did was protect you from the other mean guys. No, that's not the issue. That doesn't matter. I don't understand what's going on here. What is Madoka doing in our house?
She's going to be living with us from today.
Huh?
She's going to be living with us, here in this house.
This is my first time hearing this. So, what exactly is going on? Explain everything to me from the beginning.
What is there to explain? Madoka's parents are being transferred to an overseas assignment. But Madoka studied really hard to get into her current high school, so apparently she didn't want to go overseas with them. And in that case, we offered to let her stay with us for 2 years until she graduates.
Why is this my first time hearing of this?
Well, of course it is, because this is my first time telling you.
You should have told me before.
I tried to tell you earlier, but you're the one that refused to listen.
I see. That's true. Is that really you, Madoka?
Yeah? Why?
Why do you seem like a different person?
The last time we saw each other was in elementary school. What year are you talking about?
Why are you being so cold? We were little kids. You used to say, Ritsu, Ritsu, and always stuck right behind me.
Like I said, what year are you talking about?
Preschool.
Looks like you haven't changed at all, Ritsu.
Shut up. Madoka and I first met when we were in preschool. That was when Madoka was playing in the sandbox by herself and I went to talk to her. What are you doing?
I'm making a mountain.
Is it fun?
It's hard.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Can I make the mountain with you?
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Well then, let's make it together.
Okay. Since that day, Madoka and I started to play together. Madoka was a little chick running back from the egg, and anywhere we went, she was always stuck to my side.
Ritsu, where are you going?
To the classroom.
I want to come with you.
Okay. If that was all, it would be fine, but...
Ritsu, where are you going?
To pee.
I want to come with you.
You can, because you're a girl.
But I don't wanna. I want to be with you, Ritsu.
She was always crying.
Ritsu, let's go home together.
We can't. My house and your house are different.
I don't wanna. I want to go home with you.
You can't be a crybaby.
I don't wanna. Me and Ritsu are together forever.
She was often causing problems for the teachers and parents.
Ritsu, who are you talking to just now?
What do you mean, who? I was talking to Sarah from the other class?
You can't do that. You can't talk to anyone that's not me.
But you can't say that. You talk to other kids that aren't me too, Madoka.
I won't talk to anyone. I only need you.
And she would get jealous. However, times like that don't last forever. By the time we got up elementary school, Madoka was becoming less dependent, and as we got older, I started to play more with other boys, and Madoka also started to make more girlfriends. We would say hi if we saw each other in the hallways, and when the opportunity came up, we would play together. However, it was never as close as those days. And then, when we graduated from elementary school, we became estranged. That's because Madoka and I went to different middle schools. It's been 3 years since then. I had heard from the grapevine that Madoka had gotten into a pretty prestigious all-girls high school. Well, whatever the case may be, I'm happy to see you again.
What is this?
A handshake. Why? I look forward to living with you.
You better not peek when I'm changing or taking a bath.
Why would I?
I don't know, because earlier you didn't even knock when you came into the bathroom.
That's because I didn't know you were here. Anyway, Madoka and I were about to start our new lives as roommates. Yo, Ritsu, why the long face? What? Am I making a face like that? Yeah. I didn't realize. Is something bothering you? I don't know if it's bothering me, but it's about my new roommate. It's that thing, isn't it? Where a girl that you used to get along with as little kids became beautiful and now you're living together? Don't wrap it up like it's a rom-com. But that's exactly how it is. And on top of that, that girl is going to high school, right? K-State Girls Academy, was it? Rumor has it that that school only has good-looking girls. So they say that maybe that's a part of their entrance exam. That's rude for the girls who studied hard to get in. I see, that's true. Guilty. I think that's one of your best qualities. So, seriously, what's wrong? I don't know what her problem is, but she's really cold to me. Maybe it's because you did something to offend her? That's what I thought too. Yeah. Based on how this goes, maybe you run into her in the bathroom or the shower. I really hate things like this. Why? It's an exciting scene. You're completely ignoring how the girl might feel. You're a good guy, but you can be so thick-headed. But because you're like that, it's probably why this is safe. I'm being careful. Seriously, but when I think that I might have offended her without knowing it. Nah. If I'm gonna give you a serious answer, maybe she's just having a hard time adjusting to her new lifestyle. What do you mean? Well, she's suddenly having to live in a house that isn't hers, right? Even if you tell her to treat it like it's her house, that's not possible. So maybe she's just really stressed. I see. So just be mindful of her. I'm really impressed right now. How did you know that? I've read a number of RomCom animes like this. I've got this covered. Oh. Suddenly I'm not so impressed anymore. First impressions are easily broken, you know. I'm sure it's like that in animes too. Why are you being so cold to me now? That day on the way home from school, I saw a familiar figure. Yo, Madoka.
Oh, Ritsu.
Are you heading home?
Can't you tell by looking?
Let's walk home together.
Why?
2 reasons. First, because I looked and I realized that you were on your way home. Second, because we're going back to the same place.
Do what you want.
That's exactly what I'll do. Hey, Madoka,
What do you want?
you don't need to get mad.
I'm not mad or anything.
Your voice sounds mad.
I've always been like this since I was born.
Were you angry when you came out of the womb?
You always make a joke out of everything. It's so annoying.
Sorry. Sorry.
So, what do you want?
Is there something that's bothering you?
No,
Anything that's troubling you?
nothing.
Really?
Hey, what is this?
Well, today my friend said to me that maybe you might be having a hard time since you're in a new environment, and he told me to be more mindful of you.
Interesting. Unlike you, your friend seems to know how a girl might feel.
Shut up. You don't need to say anything if it's hard to talk about, but if there's anything that might change by saying it, then just say it.
Why would you say that?
Because we're family now.
What?
We're living together, right? And I don't want anybody in my family to be unhappy at home.
You really haven't changed at all.
Did you say anything?
Nope, nothing.
We were making small talk like this as we walked home together. And just a little bit, I felt like she was less icy than usual. And that being said, things didn't change that easily either. Hey, Maruka,
What?
do you want to walk to school together today?
Why?
What do you mean, why? Do I need a reason?
Obviously, you need a reason. Well, even if you did have a reason, I wouldn't anyway.
Why?
My high school is an all-girls school.
I know that.
If anybody saw me walking with a guy, they're definitely going to tease me.
I see. Well then, on the way home, how about walking home? We could meet somewhere and maybe even hang out.
No thanks.
Why not?
In the evening, I need to help your mom prepare dinner. But also, why don't you come home early sometimes and help your mom?
That hurts my ears. On another day. Hey, Maruka,
What?
it's finally the weekend.
Sure is.
Do you want to go hang out somewhere?
No.
Seriously? Can I at least ask why not?
Do I need a reason?
If you don't have a reason, then let's hang out.
I have plans.
Oh, fine. You should have said that from the beginning. So, what kind of plans?
Studying.
Even on a beautiful day like this?
The weather doesn't matter when it comes to studying, does it?
That might be true, but... Alright, fine. Then I'll study too.
Is that so? Good luck.
Isn't this where we say, let's study together?
Do it yourself. First of all, our classes are moving at very different paces.
That might be true.
Anyway, good luck.
So this must be what they call unapproachable. Days like this continued until one night. Where's Maruka?
She says she's not feeling well, so she's going to go to sleep early.
Is she okay?
If she's not better tomorrow, she said she'll go to the doctor.
I see.
More importantly, Ritsu, after you eat dinner, you should hurry up and take a bath tonight.
Why is that?
Don't you hear the thunder outside?
Thunder?
We might have a power outage at this rate.
Oh, that's what you mean. I was shocked, and not because I needed to go and take a bath earlier. Because I knew exactly why Maruka was hiding in a room. I knocked 3 times, but I didn't get an answer, so I opened the door. Maruka was in her bed. I'm coming in.
You're already in. What are you saying?
Because you didn't answer when I knocked.
I'm not feeling well, so I really don't have the energy to talk to you right now.
Are you okay?
I'm fine, so leave me alone.
Look at you. I didn't know you were still afraid of the thunder. Ever since we were little kids, Maruka was scared of thunder. During class, I remember she started crying when there was a thunderstorm. She's always been cute, and Maruka was always popular with the guys. Because of that, she was teased by a lot of the boys in school. It's that thing when you're younger that you always end up being mean to the person that you like. And every time that happened, I would stand up for her and get angry with the other guys.
Just because we get older doesn't mean that I'm suddenly not scared of things I'm scared of.
That's true.
Anyway, you get it, so go away.
Come on, don't be like that. Let me stay for a little bit. If anything, this is my first time coming into your room. You really cleaned it up nicely.
Obviously. And plus, this is a room I'm only borrowing for 2 years, then I'm going to leave. But also, stop staring around.
I said this before, but you're being way too stiff. Even if it's only for 2 years, we're going to be living together, so we're family. You don't need to hesitate with your family.
That's impossible. Why are you sitting next to me?
Why can't I?
You can't, and you sounded like an old man sitting down. Go away. Come on.
If that's really how you feel, then I will go somewhere, but
Obviously, it's really how I feel.
really?
Yeah, really.
I'm not going to tell you to be your true self with my dad or mom, but at the very least, you can be sincere with me.
What is that supposed to mean?
I know that you're feeling really uneasy and feeling lonely because, Madoka, you have the face of a little girl that's lost.
Well, that's a given. Your dad and your mom are both great people, but...
What? What about me?
And this is exactly what's so annoying about you.
Sorry.
Your dad and your mom are both great people, but I don't know them that well, and I'm the one that insisted that I didn't want to go with my parents, so I'm a burden, and I need to be a good guest. Sometimes I do get really lonely, but I can't complain.
You should just say it.
I can't say it.
Why not?
We're already in high school. That's lame.
I'll say it again. Well then, why don't you just say it to me?
Why should I have to do that?
Because I already know all of the lame things about you.
That is so irritating.
Oh, nice. Just like that. You can say more.
Is this your hobby, Ritsu? That's really gross.
That's the spirit. I'll always be next to you.
What?
Just like when we were kids, I'll be next to you. When you have any problems, you're feeling sad and want to cry, whenever you want to complain, when you're scared, I'll be next to you so you can relax.
Do you promise?
Yeah.
Fine. Well then, I'm going to sleep.
That was sudden, but sure. Good night.
Yeah. Wait, where do you think you're going?
What do you mean, to my own room? You're going to sleep, right?
You said you would be next to me.
Well, if you're gonna go to sleep then.
Stay next to me.
Is that a command?
What is this? Are you already going to break the promise?
Guess I have no choice. I sat back down on the bed and Madoka immediately started to snooze. Even though she looks sincere when she's sleeping. Madoka was asleep and she couldn't argue with me now. Hey, Madoka? What on earth is this?
What? Am I not allowed?
Well, it's not that you're not allowed to, but
Oh my, look at you two getting along so well. It almost feels like I'm looking at the old Madoka and Ritsu. Are you feeling better, Madoka? Yes, I am. Thanks to Ritsu. Oh dear, is that so?
hey, Madoka,
What do you want now?
if you were stuck this close to me, it's hard to eat breakfast.
Do you want me to feed it to you?
No, that's,
Here, say ah.
like I said,
Just eat it.
but
You're not going to eat? You're going to go to school without eating breakfast?
fine, I'll eat it then. Is it just me? Or am I unable to go against Madoka even more than before?
Hurry up and eat. Let's go to school.
I thought you didn't want to walk to school together. You said that you would get teased.
I don't remember saying that.
You said it. You definitely said it.
Well, then I take back what I said.
What?
And on the way home, we're gonna meet up and walk home together.
Are you serious?
And over the next weekend, we're gonna go shopping together.
But I want to play games. There's a new one that's being released this weekend.
Oh, come on. What's more important, me or video games?
That's an unfair question.
Just back down and come with me. At night, I'll forgive you if you play the games in my room.
Listen, Madoka, that's enough already.
What, you're the one that said it yourself, Ritsu?
Well, that's true, but
And I'm definitely going to have you keep this promise.
have you gone back in time, Madoka?
No, of course not.
With a slight giggle, Madoka laughed. And in that devilish smile of hers, I felt like I caught a glimpse of the old Madoka.
My name is Kasumi Tomita, and I'm a sophomore majoring in literature. I like guys who are my childhood friends. Nice to meet you.
I was invited to a few mixers here and there once I started college. One of the people I happened to meet at one was this unbelievably beautiful girl. But what was more unbelievable was what she said, because that would mean
So, nice to meet you. Seiyo Ito, was it?
yeah. I didn't actually introduce myself yet, though. I wanted to pretend I didn't know her as much as possible, but she knew me very well, and the truth is, well, I knew her well too. And that's because we used to be around each other all the time when we were kids. Ever since we were young, Sumi and I were so close we were basically family. Throughout elementary, middle, even high school, we were close enough that we would even take baths together. And one day in high school, after classes were over, she called me over. You said you had something you wanted to tell me?
I really like you. Will you go out with me?
Her entire face was red, but she managed to convey her feelings. The day she asked me out, I felt like I was on top of the world, and that's exactly why... Sorry, but no way.
You didn't even think about it. There's no rush to answer right away, you know.
I mean, this morning you did text me, I'm gonna ask you out, so meet me behind the school building after class. And that was 8 hours ago. I was thinking about it so much, I couldn't even pay attention in class.
Why not, then?
I told you the same thing yesterday, didn't I? And the day before that, and every day over the long weekend, and last Friday. And every day up until now from the start of our entrance ceremony. Now that I think about it, that makes 100 times today. Do you have any idea what this means?
Is it like getting 100 hits in baseball?
More like 100 misses. So yeah, my childhood friend's batting average for asking out was lower than a second-string bench warmer. Basically, asking me out was her typical greeting to me.
I don't really know much about baseball.
Oh, well, it was just kind of a metaphor.
How many hits did Ramirez get, then?
What kind of record are you going for?
Well, now that we've gotten today's Ask Out session out of the way, wanna go home together?
Aren't you, like, sad or anything about getting turned down?
Does a batter get sad every swing?
Maybe if they haven't hit a single ball 100 times in a row. Why do I always have to be the foil for her increasingly ridiculous comedy routines? I couldn't keep going like this. Sumi and I were always together, all through the end of high school, but I at least wanted to get away from her and go to a different college. I studied hard for entrance exams and managed to get accepted to one she didn't. All through freshman year, I didn't hear a peep from her, so I just assumed she gave up. But here she is at this mixer.
Okay, the king says that any childhood friends here have to kiss each other on the cheek.
Do you actually know how this game works? You have to call out people's numbers, not things about them. This isn't good. I ended up playing the foil to her again. And now people were starting to suspect something was up. Wait, are you saying that you and Sei are childhood friends?
What? No. Okay, yes. Guess she found me out.
That was all on purpose, wasn't it?
We were so close that we would even take baths together up until high school.
Wow, you were close when you were young, huh? Wait, what? No, it's not like that. I'd be taking a bath, and then Sumi would just walk in on me without asking.
Aw, I just wanted to wash your back.
Yes, you made that very clear when you did it without asking me first. Sei, I hope your eyeballs explode. Sei, I hope you get a really bad ingrown toenail that never goes away.
We basically did everything together. We were like two corn kennels on a cob.
Really? Because the way I remember it, you were the one trying to feed me the corn on the cob. And you didn't even wait for me to open my mouth. Back at that fall festival, you just shoved a whole corn cob into my face.
That was when we were walking around in our yukata, right?
Seriously? You even made memories of going to festivals together? Sei, I hope you go to the pool and get swimmer's ear for the rest of your life. Sumi, you gotta stop this before everyone here actually kills me!
Stop what? All we're doing is reminiscing like good old buddies.
I already want to pretend that none of that ever happened. After that, every time Sumi opened her big mouth to say something, I shuddered. It was the worst mixer ever!
What are you so down in the dumps for anyway?
Because you keep bringing up all the old things we did. Is this some kind of revenge?
For what?
I don't know. All the times I turned you down in high school or something? At that point, Sumi suddenly brushed her shoulder against mine.
You really think I was that stuck to you at the hip?
I mean, you did try to ask me out every single day.
Yeah, because I like you, Sei.
Don't act so cute. You're stuck to me right now.
Well, if you're gonna act like that, then maybe I should tell everyone what happened on our class trip.
Don't you dare! When she said that, it made me remember just who was holding all the cards here. She knew my kryptonite. And because of that, I had no choice but to do everything she said. Later, Sei. I hope your eyeballs explode as soon as you bring Kasumi home safely. If you try anything with her on the way, we'll make sure you're banned from campus forever. Got it? Right. Hey, don't you think that's taking it a bit far?
I had a lot of fun today. See you later.
I ended up walking Sumi back to her apartment. But when I woke up the next morning, I don't remember anything from last night. I was in an unfamiliar woman's room. All right, let's just calm down and think about this. I know Sumi said she wanted more to drink, so we went to another bar.
Oh, good morning, sleepyhead.
Sumi? No, wait, we did it!
Before we talk about that, I made breakfast. You hungry?
We did? After the second round of drinks, everything gets hazy, but I'm pretty sure we went back to her place.
I made your favorite. All the boiled eggs you could ever want.
Do you think I'm auditioning for the role of the mountain or something?
What are you waiting for? Go ahead and eat up.
Fine. Can you pass the mayo? Could I talk about whatever awkward thing happened? Can I ask you an unrelated question?
Whatever could it be?
You're having way too much fun with this, aren't you? I don't really remember what happened last night so clearly. So nothing happened between us, right? It doesn't count.
You're as quick as always to break my heart, huh? Nothing happened, okay? As soon as you got here, you passed out.
Phew. Then can we just leave it at that?
Wee-hee-hee-hee-hee.
What's so funny?
You could certainly say that, but it won't change the situation of what did happen at all.
What?
What happened, happened. You got drunk and stayed the night at a girl's place, right? Wait until people hear that.
But you just said nothing happened!
I know that, and you know that, but they don't know that. I guess I can keep the secret if you just answer me one question.
Fine, what is it?
Why did you join that mixer last night?
The other two needed me to fill out the numbers. We're all pretty good friends, and I figured I owed it to them, you know?
Then, you didn't join because you really wanted a girlfriend or anything, did you?
I guess not. But then, what about you?
I only went because I heard you were going.
Huh? How? Who told you that?
The person inviting me showed me pictures of all the guys who'd be coming. I was planning on declining, of course, but as soon as I saw you'd be there, I instantly agreed.
You mean you still like me?
Duh.
Not as like a joke or anything?
A joke? Is that all you think I am to you? Though I guess revenge was part of it a little bit. When I found out that you were going to the mixer, I won't lie that I wasn't a little hurt.
Well, like I said before, I was just going out with friends, okay?
I know, but you still went to a place where you'd be meeting girls. I hate it.
Am I really that bad? I don't get why you're even so head over heels for me in the first place. High school was one thing, but why won't you tell me the reason?
I could ask you the same thing for turning me down.
I've known you since we were kids. That's reason enough, isn't it?
Well, I like you because I just do.
I told you to stop acting so cute. I wouldn't turn someone down for no reason either. But she just asked me out so many times, it was starting to get weird. And she wouldn't even tell me why she liked me in the first place. I couldn't stop thinking about it. The day after that... sue me?
Huh? Oh, say, what a complete coincidence.
Yeah, what a coincidence that you were waiting to ambush me right outside my campus. Sumi ended up coming to my school. Are you two dating? Say, I hope you get horrible tenosynovitis that ends up so bad your bone breaks. Hey, wait, what? No, this is...
Yep, it's just a complete coincidence. But while I'm here, we might as well walk home together, right?
Hey, Sumi! Can't you just give up on me already?
Nope, I don't think I can.
Oh, darn.
Let's get Sundays on the way home.
We didn't even end up dating. But Sumi and I ended up making a new start.
Say, if you sleep too long there, you're gonna end up late to school.
2 more hours.
You're gonna fail your classes.
Oh, well.
Then you will fall in love with me.
Ah, Sumi, why are you here?
Oh, now you're awake. I made breakfast, so let's eat together.
Wait, this is my apartment, though. Did my mom let you in?
Yep, she told me she was worried you were living like a pig now that you were on your own. So I offered to lend a hand and check in on you. Then she made a call to your landlord and they gave me a spare key.
She can't just do that!
She even said we might as well start living together.
Are you kidding me? What kind of stupid joke is that?
Too late, I already moved out of my place.
In one day?
My stuff's arriving tonight. I guess our parents were already talking about the two of us rooming together. It saves both of us money on rent and living expenses too, right?
This is too much. My personal space bubble is shrinking by the second.
At this point, we might as well make our relationship official, right?
You did something to get them to agree to this, didn't you? And that's how Sumi and I started living together. But just as roommates, just roommates. And after that, Sumi stopped trying to seek out anything more either. Was she really just satisfied being able to live in the same apartment? But a guy and a girl living under one roof? That's not a little thing. Maybe it wasn't anything now, but our roommate life ended up going scarily well. Sumi seemed more than happy to take over all the household chores. Since we were going to different schools, we often got home at different times, but she always prepared meals for me every day. It still baffled me why she was even going to all the trouble to do this in the first place. Hey, Sumi.
What's up?
I really appreciate all the help you've been doing around the house and everything, but why are you going this far in the first place?
What do you mean? This is everything I always wanted.
Huh? You mean all this housewife-like stuff?
Yup, it's a dream come true for me.
Right. I guess she did say that her dream was to become a housewife. I guess if you're okay with it, but, well, thanks.
You're so welcome.
Something seemed strange about all this. She'd stopped asking me out a long time ago, but she seemed really happy for some reason.
Maid outfit month starts today.
Stop that! Is that what you think I'm into?
Nope, this is all me.
I didn't need to know that!
Isn't cosplay so fun? I can be a shrine maiden too.
You don't have to keep changing! In other words, Sumi was having fun in her own Sumi-land. She's always been cute and had a great fashion sense. But even in my wildest dreams, I didn't think she'd ever be interested in cosplay. Now that I think about it, she's always been leading me on by the nose. One day, when I was worrying if it was really okay to keep things that way... My middle school yearbook? As I was tidying up my room, I came across my yearbook from middle school. It's nice to reminisce, but my memories from back then weren't exactly happy. Although, it was definitely a more eventful period for Sumi than me. Unfortunately, with middle schoolers being the way they are, she was being bullied by a lot of the other girls in her class. She's always been smart, and of course, she's just naturally pretty. Cute, intelligent, and good at sports. All the boys had a thing for her. Of course, the other girls would never admit it, but they were all jealous of her. Soon, there were all sorts of nasty rumors about her swirling around, and by 9th grade, she was excluded from most of the cliques.
Say, that's our middle school yearbook, right?
Oh, sorry. I just saw it when I was doing some cleaning. I'm sure you don't want to remember any of that stuff, right?
No, that's not true at all. After all, you saved me back then.
You knew about that?
Yep, I heard everything from my parents before we started high school.
I told them to keep it a secret.
You didn't think they'd actually do it, though, did you?
I didn't hear all the rumors about Sumi right away. I was kind of a loser back then, and I spent a lot of time by myself. Meanwhile, she was only getting cuter by the day. I felt awkward being around her. But when I found out that she'd been going through so much hardship and I didn't even know, I was furious at myself. I knew I couldn't just stand by and do nothing, so I burst into the teacher's room. Of course, they had no idea that Sumi had been having such a bad time. Even though I was such a loser, I was able to act for Sumi's sake. I spent a long time in the shadows gathering evidence and finding out what clique was the one that spread the rumors in the first place, and presented all of my findings to the teachers. But I didn't want Sumi to know about everything I did, so I asked him to keep my involvement anonymous. The Sumi I knew was such an amazing person. If she found out what I did, I was sure she'd end up feeling indebted. Then you're saying...
Yep, the reason I've been asking you out all this time was because I knew what you did for me back then. But I also knew you wanted to keep it a secret. So I didn't think it would be right to tell you that I fell in love with you after you did so much for me.
And that's why, even after all this time, you never told me the reason? I get that you didn't want to upset me, but don't you think you took it way too far?
Well, sorry, but I was madly in love and I was in too deep at that point. I thought maybe if I went to cold turkey and stopped contacting you for a year, I'd be able to calm myself down.
That only made me wonder what all that time in high school was about. But well, I guess she was madly in love with me for the whole time.
And after a year was over, I thought I might as well text you again. But then I heard that you were going to a mixer, and it made me so pissed.
Well, what am I supposed to say? I really wasn't particularly interested in getting a girlfriend, though. I just wanted to have some fun with my friends. Especially after everything that happened in middle school, I realized how important it was to keep up with all my relationships. The reason I was out of the loop in the first place was because we fell out of touch, and it taught me a valuable lesson. If I'd known things were so bad for Sumi earlier, maybe there was something I could have done. But part of the reason I was such a gloomy loser in the first place was because Sumi was so popular, I naturally got pushed into the background.
But why did you keep turning me down every time?
I guess I just had no self-confidence back then. I thought you were getting more beautiful by the day, and everything seemed to be working out for you after the middle school thing. So at the time, I just thought it'd be better if you found someone more handsome and suitable for you, and you could really enjoy your life. As soon as I said that, Sumi suddenly gave me a huge hug.
You're already the most handsome person in the world.
You really think that?
Of course, you did so much to protect me, and you were too humble to even take credit for it. Nobody else but you could ever be so cool. I thought that living with you and being able to help around the house would be enough for me to repay you. But I can't deny my feelings anymore. I love you so much. Won't you go out with me?
After finally hearing her reasons for asking me out in the first place, I felt strangely relieved. It really sounded like she wasn't just staying by my side out of a sense of pity. Yeah, if you're really okay with me, then I'd like to try it too. By the way, the reason our parents were okay with us living together in the first place was also related to what I did back in middle school. Now that I look back on it, it was obvious. There's no other reason why Sumi would have ever been that laser-focused on me. Maybe the annoyingly persistent way she went about it wasn't the best, but I felt really bad for being so stubborn. We decided that the two of us would strive for a relationship where we could talk about anything with each other, no matter what. We weren't just childhood friends who would be with each other through thick and thin. Our bond as a couple would be even stronger now.
Hey, where did you want to go for our next date?
How about that place you were telling me you wanted to visit before? Of course, it's important to keep up with your friends. What? You're going to Kanon Universal Studios with Kasumi? Say, I hope you get such a bad cold that you end up growing a third hand. I don't think that can ever happen. But after getting a girlfriend, they were just a little bit jealous. But I'm happy for you, man. We only want the best for you two. Say, you better make her happy. And make sure you focus on your own happiness, too. Oh, thanks. It really is important to have good friends.
Let's write the next one, Say.
Okay. Going on dates with Sumi was the best. Whenever we were together, a smile never left my face. But there was one more thing that I regretted. I wish that I could have accepted Sumi's feelings even earlier.
You'll stay together with me until the two of us do everything I want to do with you, right?
I told you I would, right?
But every time we're together, I just end up wanting to do more and more. So I guess you'll just have to keep being my partner for the rest of our lives, huh?
The fact that I was able to get such an amazing girlfriend still boggled my mind. And of course, I woke up some mornings with her right next to me. The sun is so bright.
Morning, Say. You awake?
Yeah, but I'm still sleepy.
You really pushed yourself last night, huh? So, what do you want to do? Should we skip classes together?
I'd love to, but I can't lose the credit.
Well then, I already made breakfast, so let's eat it whenever you're ready.
Since I started dating Sumi, I've started to become slightly less of a slob. After all, I love her so much, I want to work hard to do right by her. But there are always days like this. You seriously saved us by coming today, Hitoshi. Even though we were finally able to arrange this group date, we didn't have enough people. You're really gonna let me copy your report for the lecture last week now, right? Yeah, of course. Depending on how much work you do tonight, I might even include copies of some other past reports. In that case, fine. By the way, remind me, do you have a girlfriend, Hitoshi? No, I don't. I thought so. What are you trying to say? Do you not get it? Of course I get it. I'm supposed to be your wingman, right? Correct. You better not act out. Yeah. According to the rumors, the girls are pretty high level tonight. Interesting. And apparently, well, within those girls, there's one in particular that's extra cute. So you're after that girl? Yeah, I guess. I won't know until I see them for myself, but it does get me excited. Well, good luck. As long as I can get the copies, then I don't really care. Yeah. I'm really glad that someone as understanding as you was available, Hitoshi. Oh, that's the restaurant. Well then, let's go. Sure. And so, we arrived at the restaurant. We were taken to our table, and a few minutes later... Is it just me, or is she really staring at you? Yeah. Do you know her? Nope, don't know her. But also, that's the girl, isn't it? Yeah, that's the girl from the rumors, and it's true. She's super cute. There was no denying that she was really pretty. When I made eye contact with her, she smiled from ear to ear, and I felt my heart skip a beat. Whoa there! You understand, don't you? You're the supporting role today. At the very least, I'm the main character. I told you that I understand. Once the group date starts, we can quickly change seats. Thanks, friend. It was at that moment.
Hey, you, what's your name?
Me? Oh yeah, my name's Irito, and I'm an accounting major at Kanon
Oh, no, not you.
You mean me?
Yeah, I'm Mayura Sakoshita.
Mayura Sakoshita?
Do you remember that name? Or what about this face?
Nope, not at all.
Is that so?
Yeah.
No, wait. Don't just end the conversation there. What's your name? Tell me.
I'm Hitoshi Ishijima. Why?
What?
Hitoshi Ishijima. I don't think it's that difficult of a name.
Is that really your real name? You're not lying.
Yeah, but why would I need to lie about my name?
I finally found you.
Huh?
It's me, Mayura.
Yeah, you just told me that.
And you're Hitoshi Ishijima.
How many times do I have to say it?
And your address is in Keisai City, around 3rd Street?
Yeah, that's right. How do you know that?
I knew it. I knew it was you. Are you purposefully playing dumb, or did you forget about me?
Huh? Have we met before? Do I know you?
Oh dear, looks like it's the latter. Well, whatever. I was able to see you again like this anyway. Let's go.
Hey, what are you doing all of a sudden?
Sorry. Hey, Keo? I finally found the soulmate, the prince of my dreams, so I'm gonna take him home now.
Whoa! Hitoshi, what's going on? I honestly have no clue, but also, don't glare at me like that!
No way! I can't believe he's real! Oh, I'm so glad! I'm so happy for you, Mayura! I totally thought that you were imagining things. But that was the promise, wasn't it? That's fine. In return, you better make yours.
Of course.
Good luck. Good luck. Good luck!
Roger that.
All right, my friends all forgive me, so let's go.
But wait! We haven't even cheersed yet! And seriously, Irito, stop glaring at me! I haven't done anything!
But the two of us can just cheers together. If anything, that's what we should be doing. Come on, let's go.
Wait, what? So I was forced out of the group date against my own will. Even when we got outside of the restaurant, she didn't leave me.
I found you, I found you, I finally found you, la 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 la.
Miss Mayura?
You can just call me Mayura.
Okay then, Mayura. Do you mind letting me go now that we're outside?
You won't run away?
I won't run away.
Promise?
Promise.
Well, even if you do run away, at least I already have the first step. Was his name Irito? Thanks to him, I already know your friend's name and what school he goes to. All right, well then, release. All right, well then, long time no see, Hitoshi Ishijima.
You keep saying that, but have we actually met before?
Yeah,
Seriously?
I've been looking for you, but it looks like you don't feel the same.
Oh, sorry.
It's okay, it's okay. If anything, it's harder for me if you apologize.
Sorry.
Like I said, please don't apologize. More importantly, what do you want to do now? Should we get some drinks somewhere? Or do you want to go straight to the hotel?
Hotel?
Yeah, let's do what we need to do.
What are you saying?
Oh, come on. There's only one thing for a guy and a girl to do that just ran out of a group date together.
Seriously, what are you saying? Well then, I'm gonna go home now.
I understand. So we're going to do it at your house?
You're not listening at all.
What? Am I wrong?
Yeah, you're wrong. Wait a minute. Is this one of those scams with a beautiful girl?
What? No, it's not.
So it's not.
Yeah, it's not.
Well then, what is this? Just so you know, I'm just a poor college student, so I don't have any money.
Sorry, I was just so happy that I finally found you that maybe I got a little too carried away. Let me explain. A year ago, you saved my life.
Saved you? I did?
Yeah. Oh, but I'm not like a swan or anything. I'm still a human woman.
I didn't doubt that. And then, Mayura started to talk. Apparently this happened just about a year ago. On that day, Mayura Sakoshita was apparently wasted after a party, and she was somehow able to walk close enough to her apartment. But that was where she reached her limit. And then that was when somebody spoke to her. Hey you, are you okay?
Yes, I'm fine.
Definitely not okay. What's the matter?
I had a party with my college friends. Where am I?
You're in the middle of the street. Don't sleep here. Where's your house?
Over there.
Where?
There.
That doesn't make sense. Let's at least go to the nearby park. Can you walk?
Yes, I can walk.
There's no way. Here. Hey, I'm gonna carry you, alright?
Okay.
1, 2, 3! So Mayuro was picked up in a princess hold and carried to the nearest park. Here, drink this.
What is this? Alcohol?
Obviously not. It's water.
Well, thank you very much.
Yeah. Hey,
Yes?
you're really drunk, so you probably don't understand, but you're a pretty girl. So it's really dangerous for you to be drunk and sleeping in a place like that. You can get assaulted by a man. Not everyone is a good person.
Yes.
You still don't get it, do you?
Are you a dangerous person? You're a man, right?
Yeah, you're right. I might be dangerous.
Is that so?
Just hurry up and sober up.
Yes.
And after that, the two of them apparently fell asleep on the park bench that night. They were both lucky that it wasn't that cold outside for them to freeze to death. And then when they woke up, they just briefly introduced themselves and then parted ways. The only thing that she remembered from her interaction with that kind guy was when they woke up and a vague image of his face and his name. And from that day forward, she's been looking for him every day. And apparently, that guy's name was Hitoshi Ishijima.
So, that's what happened.
Now that you mention it, I do feel like I remember something like that.
What do you mean you feel like it? It happened. I've been looking for you every day since.
Why's that?
Obviously, there's only one reason. Because I fell in love with you.
Love?
Let me say it clearly so there's no misunderstanding. I love you.
Seriously?
Super serious. I'm so happy I found you. So, what's your answer?
My answer?
Oh, I see. I didn't ask the question properly. That was my bad.
Which means?
I like you. Will you please go out with me? Or what is it? Is there a girl that you're already dating? In that case, I'll wait.
What do you mean, wait?
Until you break up.
How much do you like me?
So much that I would spend an entire year looking for you.
I don't have a girlfriend.
Well then, what about me?
Sure.
What?
I don't know, but it feels like an honor that you were thinking that much about me. So if you're okay with me...
Yay! Oh, I'm so happy.
Hey, we're in public!
As if I care, because I am so happy.
And so, suddenly, I had a girlfriend.
Hey, Hito-chan!
I told you not to call me that.
But I want to.
At least tone it down when we're in public. In the beginning of our relationship, we went on a lot of dates.
Where should we go today?
What about the aquarium?
We just went there last week.
Oh yeah, that's true.
What about the movie theater?
Why not?
All right, done.
We had different taste in movies, but then we would play rock, paper, scissors to decide what to watch.
Darn it. Well then, for the next date, I get to choose the movie.
Yeah.
Let's come tomorrow.
2 days in a row of dates?
Isn't it fun? Oh, the movie's starting.
In the dark theater, we held hands, and I could feel Mayura's body heat. When the movie was over, we took a break at a cafe.
That was a pretty decent movie.
But you were sobbing at the end of it,
How do you know that?
because you were shaking.
I bet you were falling in love with my face while I was crying.
Just a little bit.
Wow.
What was that voice?
I wasn't expecting you to agree to that.
My girlfriend was crying, so of course I'm going to be more concerned about that than the movie.
Girlfriend?
That's right, my girlfriend.
Oh, I'm so happy.
Well, I'm glad.
Do we get to hang out until night?
We have tomorrow, so let's use our time sparingly.
I don't wanna. I was waiting for a whole year, so I don't want to hold it in any longer.
Looks like I have no choice. Sure, we can hang out until tonight.
Yay! This is why I love you, Hito-chan.
And our relationship was almost shockingly steady.
Yo, you look sleepy.
Oh, morning.
Were you up late writing your report?
Yeah.
What was with that pause?
Oh, nothing.
That definitely doesn't seem like nothing.
Seriously, I was just writing my report too.
Your report too? My dear friend, I want to ask you.
Where's this coming from? And why are you speaking like that?
Were you alone last night?
Huh?
You can answer with a yes or no.
No.
Well then, were you with someone alone?
Yes.
Was the other person that you were with a female?
Yes.
Is she cute?
Yes.
And is that female someone you like?
Yes.
Guilty! You bastard! Last night you went to battle and you hustled, didn't you?
Don't say it out loud like that in the middle of the lecture room.
You traitor!
Be quiet.
But judging by your reaction, looks like it's going well.
I guess.
You better be grateful to me.
Oh yeah?
Of course. I'm the one who invited you to that group date in the first place.
Well, that might be true, but she...
In reality, I should have been the one who ended up with Mayura. You were supposed to be there as my support, as my wingman, right? Wasn't that right?
When it comes to that, I really do feel bad about it.
The pork ramen from the cafeteria, with a mini fried rice and gyoza.
Got it.
Alright, I'll forgive you at that.
Huh. Thank you, kind sir.
Well, I'm happy to see that it's going well. I had heard some rumors that weren't that great, so I was getting a little worried.
Rumors?
Yeah,
Like what?
well, about that.
When I asked him, Irito told me about the rumors surrounding Mayura.
Dinner's going to be ready soon.
Okay, sure.
What's the matter?
What? About what?
I should be asking you. You're acting kind of weird, Hito-chan.
Well, to be honest with you, I heard a rumor from Irito.
Interesting. Like what?
Well, I heard that your nickname was the Group Date Maniac.
Oh, well, that's true.
What do you mean that's true? Seriously?
Yeah.
Mayura's hand stopped preparing for dinner, and she walked over to me.
It's true that that's what people called me.
Why?
Because over the last year, I participated in a ridiculous amount of group dates.
Group dates, which must mean places for you to meet a lot of guys.
That's true.
But I thought you were looking for me the whole time. Was she lying about that? Why are you laughing?
Because I never thought that you would be the type to get jealous about something like that. My stomach hurts.
I'm going to actually get mad.
Oh, sorry. How should I explain this to you? Yeah, I was participating in a lot of group dates, but it was because out of all those guys, I was just looking for one guy in particular.
Is that...
Obviously, that's you, Hito-chan. And then, because I'm, well, pretty cute, it wasn't rare for a lot of guys to be interested in me. But I wasn't interested in anyone besides you, so I rejected all of them. And then I kept participating in all kinds of group dates, and, well, that's why people started saying that about me. Ta-da! The end.
Why would you do something like that? That's such a chore.
Well, I did try walking around this neighborhood and looking for you, but it's actually not that easy to find one singular person. And plus, because my college is an all-girls university, when it comes to finding common ground with guys, that was my only option. Now, do you understand?
Yes, I understand.
Good. By the way, Hito-chan,
Yes, Mayura?
I'm not really in the mood to eat dinner anymore.
Well then, what mood are you in?
Do I really have to say it out loud?
Well, I'm hungry.
What?
I didn't sleep much last night, so I want to go to bed early today.
Come on.
Was how I felt until just now.
So, how do you feel now?
Do I need to say it out loud?
Nope, I got it.
A little devilish smile came on Mayura's face, and so I prepared myself to be sleepy again tomorrow. Come on, Mayura, hurry up!
I'm sleepy.
You're going to be late to your lecture.
How do you have so much energy, Hito-chan?
It's not like it's easy. I'm trying.
I can't try. I'm too sleepy.
You can do it.
Just leave the rest to me, and you can go ahead. I promise I'll catch up.
That's a red flag. If you leave with me right now, we can get breakfast at the station. And I suppose we can hold hands until we get to the train station.
Hito-chan, you should have said that sooner.
Oh, okay. My bad.
What are you doing? Hurry up and get ready.
Yes, I'm sorry.
Come on, hurry up.
And just like that one night, Mayura and I held hands and walked down the street. Actually, on that night, I wasn't really holding hands. Maybe it was more correct to say that I was being forcefully pulled by Mayura. But anyway.
Breakfast with Hito-chan, walking to school with Hito-chan.
Only halfway though.
But that's fine. I'm still happy.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, Mayura,
Yes, what is it?
thank you for spending a year looking for me, and then for finding me.
You're welcome. And also, thank you for taking care of me when you didn't even know me and staying with me until the morning.
You're welcome.
Hey, Hito-chan,
What is it?
will you stay by my side? Forever?
Of course. That's a given.
I'm so happy.
And so, we held hands and walked down the street. And from now on, forever and ever, I was going to live like this. There's a celebrity that I've been a big fan of for about 5 years now. She's a model, a gravure idol, and an actress. Her name is Mio Kitagawa. The first time I saw her, she was acting in a live-action adaptation of one of my favorite novels. Honestly, it was a terrible movie. The starring role was given to a popular actor who couldn't actually act, and he was stiff and emotionless the whole way through. And the main actress was also an idol who had barely acted before. The movie itself was a flop at the box office, and it became infamous among fans of the original work for being one of the worst adaptations ever made. In all the negative reviews, Mio Kitagawa, who acted as the best friend of the female lead, was the only one who was mentioned in a favorable light. Many people bought tickets to the movie just to see her. I became a fan of hers through that horrible movie as well. From the first time I saw her on screen, I never stood a chance. And today was the day her third photo book was being released. I had already ordered one on the online store months before, but I went to the bookstore anyway because there was a limited edition version sold only in physical stores. On the way home, man, I'm so glad I got one. The weight of my spoils of war in that paper bag was the weight of my happiness. The lightness of my wallet was only proof of my undying loyalty as Mio's fan. At that moment, I saw a person crouched down on the side of the road. Their face was hidden from view. Are you okay? Without thinking, I called out to them.
I can't anymore.
I still couldn't see her face, and her voice was muffled as well. What's wrong? Are you feeling sick? Should I call you an ambulance?
No ambulance.
No ambulance?
I don't need it. I'm just hungry because I ran away without taking my wallet or my phone.
Ran away? Huh?
There are some guys chasing me. Bad guys.
That's not good. I'll call the police.
No police.
Why?
The police are on their side.
No way. So what are you going to do?
I don't know. Maybe this is it for me.
No matter how I looked at it, this was a pretty troublesome case. It didn't seem like something I should stick my nose into lightly. After hesitating for a moment, I don't think there's anything I can do then, so I'll be going now.
Okay.
Hang in there.
Thank you.
Saying that, I left. A few minutes later, when I came back, she was sitting in exactly the same position, and it didn't seem like she had moved at all. Excuse me,
Yes?
I'm the guy you talked to just now.
I know. Why are you here again?
I don't intend to get involved. To be honest, I don't really want to get dragged into whatever trouble you have going on. I'm just a normal university student after all.
You're right. That's what everyone else thinks too. After we talked just now, the only other person who approached me was a middle-aged man with clear ulterior motives.
Did something happen?
No, nothing. Despite how it looks, I'm actually quite a lucky person. At least I've managed to stay safe up until now.
Well, consider this an extension of your luck then. I placed a bag of food I bought from the convenience store in front of her.
What's this?
Rice balls and tea. I bought it at that convenience store over there.
I told you I don't have money.
You don't need to pay me back. Think of it as encouragement. I mean, this really is all I can do for you. You said you were hungry, right? You can have this. Bye then.
Wait,
Huh?
you're actually a pretty nice guy, huh? Thank you.
I was shocked! I was so shocked, I thought my heart was going to stop.
Oh, what's wrong?
Mio Kitagawa?
You know me?
This! It was released today!
Aw, thank you for your support. Are you my fan?
I'm a huge fan!
Thanks. But can I eat this rice ball first?
Please do!
Oh, it's sour plum and tuna mayo. You have good taste.
Because I heard you say that you like these flavors in one of your interviews, so they're the ones I got.
Wow, you're a real hardcore fan. Too good.
So what happened, Miss Kitagawa?
Mio.
Huh?
You can call me Mio.
Mio then.
What's your name?
Right, sorry. It's Tetsuya. Tetsuya Aoyama.
Nice to meet you, Tetsuya.
Ah, my pleasure.
I'll give you an autograph if you want.
Really?
Of course, you deserve it for knowing me so well.
Yes! Score! Wait, not the right time! What are you doing in a place like this?
Tss, couldn't fool you, I see.
It's a big deal, you know. Why no ambulance or police?
Because if they find out I'm here, so do my agency.
And what's the problem with that?
Like I said before, I ran away.
10 minutes later, my favorite idol was standing in my room.
Whoa, it's quite clean for a guy living alone. I'm impressed. And there's a bunch of my merchandise all over the place, not to mention all the pictures. A true fan indeed. Wait, what are you doing?
Just checking that I'm not in a dream right now.
And are you?
Well, it hurts.
Yes, welcome to reality.
So, can I ask more about your reasons for running away?
There's nothing much to say. It is what it is. Work got busier and busier. Before I realized it, I was being driven into the ground, so I panicked and ran.
I see.
I barely get a moment to myself for over 20 hours a day, and I haven't had a good break in almost half a year.
Sounds terrible.
It is. It really is. So I ran with everything I had left, and somehow, I've managed to evade them until now. But without my phone and my wallet, I couldn't buy anything, and I was wondering what to do. You came along right in the nick of time. Now, do you have a marker? I'll give you my autograph as promised.
Thank you so much.
You're so welcome. So, Tetsuya, I know it might be a bit of a nuisance, but can I ask one more favor?
Sure.
Can you let me stay here for a few days? Here, the autograph's done. I'm going to use your shower, okay? Where is it?
Over there.
Got it, thanks.
Wait, no!
You have a problem with me staying over?
I should be asking you that. You know I'm a guy, right?
I can tell.
What would you do if I attacked you or something?
Are you going to?
Well, no, but...
So there's nothing to worry about then.
I mean, I guess.
The walls are pretty thin too, so people will probably come running if I scream.
Ah, at least you're somewhat cognizant of your own safety.
Plus, you were the only one.
What?
The only one who bought food for a stranger who said she was hungry. Just 3 days. I'll go back after 3 days. Please say yes.
Only 3 days?
Yes, only 3 days.
You promise?
I do, I promise.
Fine, but you have to leave after 3 days.
Yay, oh, I can't wait to take a nice long bath. Oh, don't you dare peek.
I won't. With that, Mio disappeared into the bathroom. Left alone, I muttered to myself, seriously?
What a surprise. I slept so deeply I didn't even dream. That hasn't happened since before I debuted. When I opened my eyes, my nose twitched. There was a delicious fragrance in the air. And then my stomach let out a loud growl.
Oh, good morning.
Morning? What time is it?
It's 6.
Huh? It is? I woke up too early.
In the evening.
Huh?
It looks like you really were exhausted. You were sleeping like the dead. I didn't think you'd still be in bed when I got back from university, though.
I see. Well, I do feel super refreshed and hungry.
How carefree.
I am on vacation after all. Did you make some for me as well?
It's not that good. I don't think you'll like it. I'll buy something else for you later.
No need. It looks pretty good to me. Can we split it?
Well, I guess if you're fine with it. We sat down at my little table.
This is delicious.
Flattery?
Not at all. Your cooking isn't half bad.
I mean, that's what I do for my part-time job, so...
Really? In what restaurant?
It's a bar in front of the station.
I'll give it a try next time.
No.
No?
What I'm saying is, it's not really a place a person like you would go to.
Maybe you can't help it because you're my fan, but I think you have a distorted view of me. I'm just like any other girl out there.
Mio Kitagawa, you're not just any girl out there!
Okay.
Sorry, I got too fired up.
Don't be. Hearing that kind of makes me happy. How long have you been my fan, Tetsuya?
Ever since I saw you in a movie 5 years ago.
5 years ago, huh? That movie?
Yeah.
It's still being bashed by fans of the original work to this day, you know.
I know. I'm one of them.
So, why?
Of all the cast, you were the only one who truly embodied your role. How you acted was consistent with my interpretation of the character in the novel. Even little things like your gestures and the accessories you wore. I read this in one of your interviews. Is it true that those accessories were things you looked for and bought yourself?
Yeah?
I can't, in good conscience, say it was a good movie, but I liked all the scenes you appeared in.
I didn't think there'd be people who studied the movie to that extent.
I'm sorry if I said too much.
Don't be. I was the one who asked. Thanks for the food. I'll do the dishes, okay?
No, you don't have to do that.
You accepted my unreasonable request to stay here for a while. This is the least I can do.
But
I didn't have much money when I first made my debut, so I worked part-time too. Washing dishes is one of my specialties.
I know.
Of course you do.
It was right at that moment I felt a vibration in my pocket.
Your phone's ringing.
It's my friend. I'll take it outside.
Go ahead. I should be done by the time you come back in.
Hello?
Hey, Tetsuya, are you alright?
What do you mean?
You know, I'm just so worried about you.
That's what I'm asking. Why are you worried?
Huh? How are you so calm? Haven't you heard the news? Mio Kitagawa has disappeared into thin air.
Right.
Right now, it's just rumors on social media. There hasn't been an official statement yet, but I thought you'd be panicking anyway.
I mean, it's just rumors.
But back then, when you heard people saying she would be retiring, you didn't eat for 1 week and lost a bunch of weight.
The situation isn't exactly the same.
Situation?
No, it's nothing. That's all, right? I'm hanging up. Right then, a voice asked from behind me.
Tetsuya, I'm out of dish detergent.
Huh? You! What was that voice?
Voice? What are you talking about? Oh no. Did he recognize her?
Did you finally get a girlfriend? Is that why you don't care about Mio Kitagawa anymore? It is, right?
Phew. Crisis averted. No, that was my sister. Yeah, she's just visiting for the day.
Hmm? Your sister? I see. Then can I ask you one last question?
What?
Is your sister cute?
I hung up without answering. It's not like I could tell him she's not actually my sister, but she's definitely 1,000 times cuter than whatever you're imagining.
So, the dish detergent?
Oh, it's on the top shelf.
Great, thanks.
What are you planning to do tomorrow?
What do you mean?
There's nothing much to do here, so I was wondering if you wanted to go out.
I'm not leaving this place. My manager will probably sniff me out as soon as I step outside.
I see.
Yeah, maybe I'll watch a movie or something. Do you mind letting me use your computer?
Sure, but give me a little time first.
Of course. You want to organize your bookmarks and erase your internet history, right? I get it.
Guilty. Mia went back to the dishes, chuckling all the way. In the 2 days after that, Mio lazed around in my apartment. I also took leave from university and my part-time job to spend time with her.
I finally finished this comic.
Where did you stop the last time?
When the main character was betrayed by her best friend.
Whoa, that's a terrible place to be left hanging.
Exactly, but I couldn't find the time to continue. Oh, I want to eat pizza today. Can we order in?
Are you sure it's okay for you to eat that kind of thing?
What do you mean?
You know, calories and stuff?
Everything's okay while I'm off. Pizza, soda, and a movie. A combination made in heaven.
A luxurious dinner indeed.
I'll give you the money for it later.
Don't worry about it. It's not much.
No, I need to thank you for everything you did for me after all.
Eating whatever she wants, doing whatever she wants, and sleeping as much as she wants whenever she wants to. 3 days felt like they passed in the blink of an eye. Mia was the one who made our last meal together.
I'll be leaving after we finish this. Thank you for taking care of me.
No problem. This is 10,000 yen for the taxi back.
Really? Oh, thank you for everything.
The fact that I got to eat my favorite idol's cooking in this lifetime, I almost feel like 10,000 yen isn't enough.
Not enough, huh? Hey, How about I grant you one wish?
What are you talking about?
This is my present to you for letting me stay here. Anything's fine. You can ask me to do gravure poses just for you, or even if you want more than that.
Can I really ask for anything I want?
Yep,
I'm not gonna hold back.
bring it on.
Then I want you to continue doing what you're doing.
Huh?
I know that you sometimes get so busy you want to run away. But please, do your best. I'll always be supporting you.
Just that? Are you sure?
What do you mean, just that? It's a big deal to fans when celebrities retire, I'll have you know.
I see. You're right. Okay, I'll give it my all.
It's a promise.
I'll work hard to be worthy of a fan like you. Ugh, this is terrible. It's way worse than if you had asked me to do something perverted.
Still, she looked a little happy while she said that. Waving goodbye, she left. At a later date, Mio Kitagawa wrote an official message to the members of her fan club. There, she addressed the small uproar that had been caused by the rumors of her disappearance. She told everyone she ran away because she got too busy, and how she was away for 3 days. She also wrote that she had a really meaningful vacation, and she ended her message with a promise to the fans that she would continue working hard at her job. There's a celebrity that I've been a big fan of for about 5 years now. She's a model, a gravure idol, and an actress. Her name is Mio Kitagawa. That celebrity was staying at my place just the other day. A statement of truth that feels like a dream. And today was the release date of a comic book with a cover of it illustrated by Mio Kitagawa herself. On the way home, a voice called out to me.
Hi, Tetsuya.
Mio?
How have you been?
I'm doing good.
Aren't you going to ask about me?
I already know. I saw what you said in that message.
I see.
So what are you doing here today?
I'm here to return the money I borrowed.
Come on, you didn't have to do that.
Yes, I did. I don't like owing people. Here, take it.
This is way too much.
Huh? Really?
I mean, there's a lot in here.
But if you think about what's going to happen from now on, it might not be enough.
What's going to happen from now on?
So, you're Tetsuya Aoyama?
Yes, I am. But can I ask who you are?
Oh, she's my manager. It's nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. So what's your business with me?
I wanted to bring you your compensation in person. Also, there's something I need you to do for us.
Okay.
The thing is, Mio actually has insomnia. This is connected to the accumulation of her fatigue and was part of the reason why she ran away. But it seems like she's able to sleep well when she's with you. Seriously, it was wonderful to finally have a few good nights' sleep. My skin is so much better, my body feels lighter. I was praised by the stage director because my performance quality improved too. Therefore, may I bring Mio to your home occasionally? On my end, I would prefer to know where she is in the future instead of having her run away again. By the way, you're not allowed to refuse.
I'm not?
You're not.
Huh? As I was standing there, stunned in silence, a hand plonked down onto my shoulder. Of course, it was Mio.
Don't worry too much.
How can I not when I'm directly involved?
Well, I'll be counting on you from now on. I have to do my best after all. I made a promise to a passionate fan of mine. In order to fulfill that promise, I need to be in tip-top condition.
If you put it like that. At any rate, I'm her fan to the end. It's my duty as one of her fans to do what I can to support her. My idol laughed happily. As her fan, just hearing that made me happy too. For now, it looks like my dreamlike days of spending time with my favorite idol in the world will continue for a while yet.
Hey, Kurata! Yes, sir?
What the hell is this material?
Is there something wrong with it, sir?
I can't believe you don't even know the answer to that! Well, it's probably because you don't understand that you can create such garbage material. Damn it! Just because you graduated from a good university, and yet this is all that you can do?
I'm sorry, sir.
No matter how much you can study in school, if you can't do your job properly, then you're useless in the real world. Redo this and fix it by tomorrow.
Yes, sir. I would be grateful if you can please tell me in a little bit more detail what was unacceptable about this.
That's your job to think about. Use that small brain of yours. What is that on top of your neck? Is it just for decoration?
Yes, sir. I'm sorry.
Come on, hurry up and get back to work.
As soon as I graduated college, I was able to get a job at my dream company. The biggest company in the industry. When I first got the job offer, of course, I was ecstatic. I couldn't wait to get to work, to be abused in the company, and through the successes of my work, to be able to celebrate with others. That ideal scenario that I've been looking forward to was immediately destroyed. The people at the company, particularly the people up top, all had a terrible glare in their eyes. They were only interested in their own personal success. There was a lot of competition, and at times, they would even betray the people that should have been their teammates in order to drop them out of the race. Everybody was only trying to climb into a better seat for themselves. In particular, the person that became my boss was exactly that kind of person. If that was all there was to it, then it would have been better than this. But in the first place, that guy himself can't even do his job properly. I heard that he was only promoted because he knew how to flatter the directors. And that's why, even from the smallest mistake, he's always coming down on me. He gets a high out of pointing out my mistakes. And then, because that's his only reason, he can't actually point out what I did wrong. And he can't give me any suggestions on how to fix it. In other words, if I had more experience here, then I should be able to figure that out and respond appropriately. But it hadn't even been 6 months since I joined the company, so I didn't even have the experience to fight back.
I saw you getting yelled at again earlier. It was so loud I heard it all the way at my desk.
Well, Miss Tezuka,
You could just call me Sayuri.
you're my senior here. I can't call you that.
You're too stiff. Relax. Come on. Relax those shoulders. Take a deep breath. Otherwise, you won't even be able to do the things that you actually can do.
Yes, ma'am. The person that came to talk to me was my senior colleague, Miss Sayuri Tezuka. As you can see, she was an unbelievably beautiful woman. Not only that, but she was really good at her job, and she had a great personality. And she looked after her junior colleagues. She was a super perfect being. She was easily the most popular amongst all of the male employees, to the point where people called her the company angel. I was her direct junior colleague. I was lucky that she looked after me. These days, the best thing that happened from joining this company was to be able to talk to Miss Tezuka like this. Men are simple creatures. Just by having a beautiful person next to us, we try to show off, and we sit up more straight, and we work a little bit harder. Of course, I'm not thinking about dating her or anything far beyond my reach like that. As long as Miss Tezuka would compliment me, if she were here to give me even the smallest compliment, that was more than enough. Although, I wasn't even able to do that. I've only been able to show her the pathetic side of me. That's only complaining about my boss.
So, what happened?
I was told that my paperwork was difficult to read.
Let me see. As your senior colleague, let me take a look at it.
Thank you very much. This is the material.
I see.
What's so wrong about it?
Can I be honest with you?
Of course.
It's not bad, but at the same time, it's not good either. Listen up, Kenta.
Yes.
I want you to keep this between you and me, but this is about our boss. You see, he's not very good at looking at paperwork that's this advanced. Because this is just a direct report of the current situation, which means that he won't approve of a regular level paperwork. In order to get his approval, you have to present work that in other departments would be considered top of the class.
But how?
I understand how you feel that this level of achievement shouldn't be sought from a new hire. But you know what? Think about it this way. If you can get the approval of that manager, then you would be able to get the approval of anybody else. Actually, not only that, but your personal ratings will go up. And that's going to be a strong weapon for you, especially for your long life ahead in this company. That's why it may be difficult right now, but we can do this together.
Thank you so much, Miss Tezuka.
Like I said, you can call me Sayuri. If that's not possible, then at least just Tezuka. I don't like being called Miss.
Why are you that particular about the way that I address you?
Because you're my very first junior colleague I've ever had.
Uh-huh.
And I'd always decided that if I were to get a junior colleague or have my own team, I was going to look after them and make sure that we could all work together and have fun. And when you address me in such a stiff way, it makes me sad.
When I think back to it, I think that was the moment that I fell in love with her. It wasn't just a profound respect, it was a crush. But at the same time, I knew that that was never going to be a reality. There's no way that somebody this amazing would ever look at someone like me like that.
Well then, let's get to editing this material. I can teach you.
Miss Tezuka?
What?
Is it me? Or are you blushing? It seems that she felt she said too much, and she was blushing. I could see that her ears were slightly red.
I'm not blushing.
That's a lie.
That's the truth, and stop teasing your senior colleague.
Yes, ma'am.
But maybe that wasn't so bad.
What do you mean?
Don't you feel like we just got a little bit closer?
I do. I definitely do.
Right?
With Miss Tezuka's help, I recreated the paperwork, and after that, I was able to get the boss's approval. After that, I continued to learn the ways of my job as Miss Tezuka's junior colleague under her guidance. And the more things I was able to do, the more times she would compliment me. Miss Tezuka, this is about the meeting next week with Kanon Company.
I can't do Monday or Tuesday. I have separate meetings. Any other day?
On Thursday morning, we have external meetings, so how about 1 p.m. at Kanon Company? I will take the necessary paperwork ahead to their office, so you can just come straight from your meetings and meet me there.
Kenta?
Yes?
Nice one.
Thank you very much. This was another incident.
Kurata, I want you to join me in the internal presentation.
Are you sure you're okay with me?
Because you and I created the material together for it this time.
But I'm still only in my second year here.
So, what about that?
Nobody that entered the company with me has been able to do that much yet.
So what's wrong with that? You can be the first. Plus, it's something that you're going to experience eventually anyway, so prepare yourself.
Yes, ma'am.
You don't need to be that nervous. You're just going to be supporting me, and I'm asking you this because I think that you can do it.
Well then, if it goes well, please treat me to a meal.
Sure. Wow, now I'm even more excited about it.
Why are you getting so excited, Miss Tezuka?
Because if it goes well, then that means I get to go out to dinner with you, Kenta. That's a wonderful reward.
No, that's actually a reward for me. Well, anyway, never mind. Let's do this presentation.
Let's go.
Of course, the presentation went well. After the presentation, Miss Tezuka took me to a pub. There was no romantic atmosphere, but the food was super delicious. And then, a few years went by. I was trained underneath a strict boss and a senior colleague that was like an angel, and I was the first to get promoted out of the people who joined the company at the same time. And today, I was finally able to have my own junior colleague. I've been waiting for this day, and that's because there was something I had already decided. The same way that Miss Tezuka did all that for me, I was going to be as kind and helpful as I could to my junior colleague. Are you Miss Momo Hyakutani?
Oh, yes?
I'm Kenta Kurata. I'm in charge of training you. Nice to meet you.
It's very nice to meet you, Mr. Kurata.
You don't need to call me Mister. You can just call me Kenta.
Hey, Hyakutani,
Yes, sir?
what is this material?
Is there something wrong with it, sir?
I can't believe you don't even know the answer to that. Well, it's probably because you don't understand that you can create such garbage material. Damn it. Just because you graduated from a good university, and yet this is all you can do? No matter how much you can study in school, if you can't do your job properly, then you're useless in the real world. Redo this and fix it by tomorrow.
Can you please just tell me what's wrong with it in detail?
That's your job to think about. Use that small brain of yours.
But isn't it your job, sir, as my boss, to teach your team?
Hey, Kurata,
Yes, sir?
what are you wasting your time with teaching this girl?
I'm sorry, sir.
Wait, this has nothing to do with Mr. Kenta.
Momo, it's fine.
But
You need to teach her so that we can use her. I can actually count on you these days, Kurata.
Yes, sir. I bowed my head down, and even though Momo didn't want to, I made her bow down as well, and we returned to our desks. Listen up, Momo. You need to stop trying to get into a fight with the manager.
because that guy, it's not only me, he was even yelling at you. I can't stand him. Who is he calling me useless? When he himself can't even do any of this work. I heard that he only got promoted because he flattered all of the directors. What's so funny?
Nothing. I just felt like I was looking at myself from the past.
Was there a time when you were also getting yelled at like I am?
There was, and I got yelled at a lot.
But, Mr. Kenta, you're the youngest star of the company. I don't think you and I are of the same kind.
That's not true at all. The only reason why I was able to grow was because I had a senior colleague that spent a lot of time to teach me.
You're talking about Miss Tenzuka, right?
Exactly.
She's amazing, isn't she? She's beautiful, she's good at her job, and she's friendly. I really look up to her.
Well then, you need to keep working hard. All right now, why don't I take a look at the material that was rejected?
Thank you very much. This is it.
I see.
What's wrong with it?
I'm gonna be honest with you. It's not bad. If this was in any other department, I'm sure it would have been approved.
But then...
But it can be improved. This was something that Miss Tenzuka taught me when I was a new hire, but our manager is not that great at looking at paperwork, because this is just a direct report of the current situation, which means that he won't approve of a regular level paperwork. In order to get his approval, you have to present work that in other departments would be considered top of the class.
No way.
At the same time, think about it like this. If you can get the approval of our manager, then you'll get the approval of anybody anywhere. And that's going to be a strong weapon for you, especially for your long life ahead in this company. That's why it may be difficult right now, but we can do this together.
Yes, I'll do my best.
That's the spirit.
By the way, Mr. Kenta,
What is it?
I'm going to work hard, so I want a reward.
Right, sure. I'll take you out for dinner again or something.
No, that's not what I meant. We've been really busy with work lately, right?
Yeah, that's true.
Because of that, I haven't had much time for my private life.
What? Are you telling me that you want to take days off?
The opposite.
The opposite?
I want you to please give me one of your days off. Next month is my boyfriend's birthday,
Yeah.
and I haven't had any time to choose a birthday present for him.
So, are you asking for my help to find something?
This is why you're the company star. You're quick to get it.
Don't tease me.
But can I ask for your help? We've been dating for so long that I've already given him most of the presents that he's ever wanted. So it's made it harder every year to choose something for him. Since I don't have much time, I want to decide within one day, and I feel like you have good taste in your clothes and accessories, so you would be able to help me, Mr. Kenta.
If you're okay with me just showing you around to some of the shops I often go to?
That would be a huge help.
Sure. Then on the next weekend.
Yes.
But in order to make sure we can probably take that day off, first, we need to get to work.
Yes, sir.
Momo was a hard worker. She listened to all of the advice that I gave her, and she was able to squeeze out the boss's approval. And then, as promised, we met up on the weekend alone in order to buy a birthday present for her boyfriend. I don't know how to explain it, but Momo had become like a little sister to me. And even though she was a handful, that was also fun. She was a little bit immature, but she was sincere. And I could only wonder if I was able to become a good senior colleague, even a little bit closer to what Miss Tezuka was to me. And then, the following Monday...
Hey, Mr. Kenta.
What is it?
Is it just me, or is this weird?
Did you notice too?
Yeah, I'm not just imagining things, am I? Everybody in the office is staring at us.
Kenta,
Oh, long time no see.
I heard you laid hands on your junior colleague, huh?
What did you say?
That's all everybody's talking about, that rumor. That you were on a date with her last weekend.
Oh, so that's why everybody's staring at us. But we're all adults here. Why is everybody acting like we're still in high school?
Well, you're a special case. You were the first to get promoted, and more than anything, you're Miss Tezuka's little pet. All of the guys are celebrating that their biggest rival has been taken out.
But that's just a false rumor. I didn't go on a date.
You sure about that?
The junior colleague you're talking about is her.
Interesting. She's pretty cute.
All right, Momo, explain.
Yes, sir. I just asked Mr. Kenta for his help to help me choose a birthday present for my boyfriend. My boyfriend also knew that I was going to be spending the day with him. This is the message for proof.
Aw, how boring. So that's all it was.
Can you hurry up and tell everybody that it's a false rumor? I mean, you came all the way to my desk to figure out if a rumor was true or not, right?
You saw right through me. Got it.
Must be difficult to be that popular.
Don't tease me.
Yes, sir. By the way, Mr. Kenta,
What do you want?
please take care of that misunderstanding on your own. I think it's going to become even more of a pain if I say something.
What misunderstanding? When I followed Momo's gaze, it pointed at Miss Tezuka. And when I looked over at her, it looked like she was angry, and then she was crying. Whatever the case may be, she was glaring right at us. Miss Tezuka.
Kenta,
Yes?
is it true that you started dating Momo?
No, it's not true. It's all a misunderstanding.
Really?
Yes.
Is that so? Well then, so it's not true that you went on a date either, is it? Ugh, thank goodness.
Yes, that's right. We didn't go on a date. It was just that we were out together on the weekend. That's all.
Huh? You went out together? The two of you?
Yeah, well,
Isn't that a date?
no, it isn't. I just had to go with Momo to help choose a present for her boyfriend's birthday. We went shopping, and then we ate a little bit, and then we parted ways.
But that's a date.
What?
But why? Why would you?
What do you mean, why? Because she asked me to.
So if anybody asks you, you would go on a date with anybody?
Like I said, it wasn't a date.
No, that was definitely a date.
What is this anyway? Why do you seem so upset about this?
Well, obviously that's because I also want to hang out with you, Kenta.
What? Really?
Yeah, really. Isn't it obvious?
I don't understand, but then next week, should we go and hang out somewhere? Just the two of us?
Yeah, I'll definitely go. And if you try to back out now, it's too late.
I would never try to back out. So for some strange reason, I had plans to hang out with Miss Tezuka the next weekend. And the plans that we had for that weekend was to walk around town with Miss Tezuka. Not to the movies or the amusement park or to the aquarium. It wasn't anything like that. We just went around window shopping and eating snacks like crepes and talking a little bit more closely than usual. And we walked, and next to me, she was smiling. That's why I was also smiling. And before I knew it, I was having so much fun that time flew by.
That was so much fun.
Really?
Of course. Did you not have fun, Kenta?
I had a great time, but
Then we're matching. Even though it's been a few years since we met, it's the first time we've done anything like this. At the most, we would only go out to eat to celebrate something at work.
that's true.
And plus, you never invited me at all, Kenta.
Oh, please. There's no way that I could invite you.
Why?
What do you mean, why?
But I've been waiting, because you have a small crush on me, don't you?
It wasn't small. It was a very big crush. But I didn't have the courage to say that. Because, Miss Tensuka, you're so beautiful, and you're popular amongst everybody, and you're so kind. There's no way that someone like me would be a match for you.
And who decided that? The people at the company? Or you yourself, Kenta?
Well, that's...
At the very least, it wasn't me. And I also don't feel that way at all, because I love you.
What?
In the beginning, I just thought of you as my cute junior colleague. You were so easy to read and you were sincere. You were less like a junior colleague, more like a little brother. That's right. I thought of you as a little brother, and I thought it was kind of cute how you were struggling with your job, too.
I had no idea.
But you worked really hard, didn't you? You never gave up, and you only continued to keep growing, and I was able to rely on you.
But that was always my goal.
By the time I realized, I liked you, not as a junior colleague, but as a man. Hey, Kenta,
Yes?
when are you ever going to stop calling me Miss Tenzuka and call me Sayuri?
Miss Tensuka was looking at me with serious eyes, and those eyes were overflowing with strong emotion. She was serious, and that passion gave me the courage. I also couldn't hold it in anymore, so I spoke the words that I've been holding in for so long. I like you too, Miss Tensuka.
Yeah,
I had a crush on you first, Miss Tensuka, and I like you more, Miss Tensuka, so please, will you go out with me?
I'm going to say one more time.
Yes?
When are you going to stop calling me Miss Tenzuka and call me Sayuri?
Right now. Sayuri, will you please go out with me?
Yes, I can't wait to be your girlfriend.
Me too. I squeezed Sayuri in my arms with everything I had, and I could feel how happy she was.
That was the first time after all these years that you called me Sayuri. It makes me blush.
Do you not like it?
As if. I hope you call me Sayuri a lot from now on.
Man, but even still, this is exciting. Looks like that guy is finally getting married. Seriously. While we're all celebrating, I have some news. Guess what? I'm actually going to become a father. Wow, you've been dreaming of this. Well, it still doesn't feel real though. So what about you, Minoru? What about me? About marriage? For you? That's a good point. I haven't heard anything like that from you, Minoru, and you always avoid talking about any girlfriends too. It's not like I'm hiding anything. It's just that, to put it simply, I haven't found the right person. Even though you seem like you'd be popular with the girls? It doesn't matter if a guy thinks that. Well, that's true. But also, Minoru, it's because you're always hanging out with us that the girls get away from you. Even though we're happy that you're so good to your guy friends like us, but from now on, we're gonna have our own families to take care of. We're not gonna be able to hang out so easily like we used to. So don't you think it's about time you start thinking about getting married? I looked around myself, and I realized that everybody around me had gotten married. It was too late for me to realize this, that I was the only one that was left behind. I'm home.
Welcome home.
I didn't know you were home, Marika.
Here I am. What's the matter? You cleaned up nicely today.
Yeah?
You're in a suit.
I wear a suit to work every day. It's just that you're not used to seeing your little brother like this.
I see. But that's a better suit than the one you wear to work, isn't it?
You've got a sharp eye. Today was actually my friend's wedding.
Again?
What do you mean again?
You're always going to weddings these days.
What can I do about it? It's that time in my life.
And not only that, but you have a lot of friends. Even though it should have been a happy thing, you don't seem too excited. Was it not a good wedding?
No, it's nothing like that.
Well, then what is it? It's irritating to look at a guy with a face like that.
You show no mercy, sister.
Why should I have to show mercy to my own little brother?
Thanks for that.
And that's why you don't have to show any mercy to your big sister either. So tell me.
All right then, I will. Do you ever think about marriage?
Excuse me? Are you trying to get into a fight with me? How dare you? Don't throw such a delicate conversation at me.
That's the complete opposite of what you just said. I mean, you and I are both getting to that age too, aren't we? That's why I thought that maybe we need to start thinking about it.
I don't think marriage is something that should be rushed.
I think you should be rushing.
Excuse you? How rude. You may not know this, but, I'm actually pretty popular, all right?
Hey, I never said that you're not. But also, I like how popular you are. Ever since I was a little kid, anytime I would bring my friends over, pretty much everybody fell in love with you at first sight. You were the first crush for almost all of my friends.
As long as you understand that, then fine.
So if my big sister is so popular, then why isn't she getting married?
That's a good question, but I think it's because I'm not the type that's suited for marriage. I'm perfectly fine being alone, and I actually need my time alone or I can't deal with it.
I see.
Unlike you, that is.
What?
You don't hate being with other people, and that's why if you're going to get married, then you should hurry up and do so.
Even if you say that, first I'd need to have somebody to marry.
Then make one.
What do you mean make one? This isn't like an arts and crafts project.
Wow, how boring. There's no way you'd be popular like that.
Shut up.
Well then, why don't I introduce you to someone?
What?
I actually know someone that's just like you. She was originally one of my customers at the beauty salon, but we got along and now we're friends. She's kind of like me, in that she's fine to be alone, but given her age now, she said that recently she's been starting to think about her future and kids and stuff like that. And I think that someone like you, as my little brother, would be able to handle someone like her.
By the way, what about her personality?
She's a really great girl.
Thank goodness. I wouldn't be able to deal with someone like you.
What are you trying to say? Also, she has a nice face.
That's pretty rare for you to say that, especially because you're not the type to flatter anyone.
Because she's even prettier than me.
What? She's prettier than you?
Yeah.
My dear sister, please will you kindly introduce me?
Sure, I shall. By the way, Minoru,
What?
suddenly I'm in the mood to have some cake.
I will go buy some cake immediately!
Within 10 minutes.
And so, this is how I ended up with plans to meet my sister's friend. 2 weeks had passed since then, and today was finally the day that I was going to meet this woman who was my sister's friend. I wonder what she's like. I hope we can get along.
Are you Mr. Minoru Iguchi?
Yes, that's me.
Thank goodness. I'm sorry to make you wait.
No, not at all. I was the one who arrived early anyway.
Nice to meet you. My name is Mai Kitahara.
To be honest, I was shocked. Even though our conversation went like that, I honestly thought that my sister was exaggerating. But that wasn't the case at all. I'm sure people have their own preferences, but at the very least, to me, she was definitely prettier than my sister.
Is something wrong?
No, it's just that I was a little surprised.
Surprised?
Because you were even more beautiful than I imagined.
Thank you very much.
Well then, shall we get going?
Yes,
Are you okay with going to the museum today?
I was really looking forward to it.
May I call you Miss Mai?
Sure, that's fine.
If it's okay with you, then you can call me Minoru.
Sure, Mr. Minoru. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. This is kind of unexpected.
What about it?
That somebody like you is friends with someone like my older sister. Isn't she quite rude?
Miss Marika always says what's on her mind without sugarcoating, so it feels refreshing to be with her.
There are times that can be hurtful, though.
That's true.
I knew it. I apologize for my sister.
Oh, please. If anything, there are a lot of times that she tells me what I need to hear. I'm more grateful to her.
Well, I'm glad to hear that. She's not a bad person, so thank you for being her friend.
Of course, I should be the one thanking her. But even still, it seems like you and your sister get along well.
That's not necessarily true.
No, I do think that you get along much better than most siblings. I think it's wonderful, somebody that can treasure their family like that.
The date was going pretty smoothly. Because it was a museum, we quietly went around and looked at the exhibits. I don't know much when it comes to art, so I was worried whether I would be able to enjoy it or not. But it was actually pretty fun. Miss Mai looked carefully at each and every piece as we went around the museum. Every now and then, I stood directly next to her to look at the same piece, and I asked her in a small voice, "Do you like artwork like this piece?"
Yes, I love this one.
She whispered into my ear. I felt my heart racing. That was so much fun.
Really?
Why do you ask?
When I go to places like that, I guess I become a little too passionate. And apparently sometimes I bore the friends that I go to the museums with. I was trying to be careful today, but I got carried away.
I really had a great time. Of course, it was nice to look at the artwork, but it was also fun to watch you look at the artwork with such a serious gaze.
To watch me?
You didn't notice, did you?
No.
Well, thanks to that, I was able to catch many glimpses of your beautiful face. I tried to make a little joke like I was teasing her. I was hoping that it would maybe ease some of whatever guilt that she was feeling. Because this was a date after all. I wanted her to enjoy it.
This is an expensive face, you know.
Yes, that's why I'm so lucky.
I'm glad that it seems you genuinely enjoyed it.
Looks like Miss Mai was the type of person who could go along with jokes like this. It seems she had a more playful side than I thought. I was about to fall for her already. Would you like to get something to eat soon?
Good idea.
Is there anything that you would like to eat? I'm sure that you have your own preferences, so I hadn't reserved anything.
Are you okay with anything?
Of course.
In that case, I want to have ramen.
I didn't know that there was a famous French restaurant called Ramen.
What are you saying? When I say ramen, I mean ramen.
So you mean some fancy ramen restaurant around here?
I actually don't know much about this area. Sorry, wait a minute. Could it be that you don't like ramen, Mr. Minoru?
I love it, but
I hadn't eaten any ramen recently. And do you ever get that thing when you don't eat ramen for a while, you crave it even more?
I totally get that. Well then, are you okay with my favorite place? It's a bit of a small place, and there's not much of a fancy atmosphere, but I can stand by the flavor.
Oh, that's exactly what I would love. Please, take me there.
Yes, welcome. Oh, what is this? It's you, Minoru.
The usual, please.
Sure thing. But wait, this is bad.
What is?
If you come to a place like this on a date, you're going to get rejected.
No, this was actually her request.
Are you serious? Any girl that's happy to get ramen on a date is the best. If you let a girl like that go, you're going to regret it for the rest of your life. Take care of her.
Well then, please, make ramen delicious enough that I won't get rejected as the person who introduced this restaurant to her.
Leave it to me.
Miss Mai, are you okay with the same thing as me? What about the amount?
Oh, yes, I'm fine. I am hungry.
The shoyu ramen here is their signature.
Wow, I can't wait.
Mai?
What?
Mai as in... What? That face? Is this the Mai Kitahara?
Do you know Mai? She's my sister's friend, and so my sister introduced us.
What do you mean, do I know her? If anything, how are you so calm, Minoru?
What do you mean?
Mai Kitahara! She's a super famous actress that's all over the TV these days.
What? Is that true?
Did Miss Marika not tell you this?
Nope.
I totally thought that you knew.
I don't know much about celebrities. Apparently, that's the situation. That being said, it's not like anything was going to change just because the person I was on a date with is an actress. But the ramen chef asked for her autograph, and in return, our ramen became free. After that, we ate our ramen, and that was the end of the date. Miss Mai?
Yes?
I had a really great time today.
I had a lot of fun too.
If it's all right with you, will you please go out with me again?
Yes, please.
I'll send you a message then.
I look forward to it.
And so, regardless of the situation, this was how our relationship began. Even though we were in a relationship, Miss Mai was so busy that I wasn't able to see her. However,
We were speaking on the phone almost every day. And then that's what happened. And
Are you sure you're not exaggerating?
I wouldn't exaggerate my own mistake. Oh, I'm sorry. I need to get going.
Yeah, me too. Good night.
Yes. Good night.
Were you on the phone with May?
Yeah, I was.
Looks like it's going pretty well.
Thanks to you. But I didn't expect her to be such a famous actress. I was shocked.
If I told you that, you probably wouldn't have been able to stop staring at May. And, that's pretty rude to her.
That's true. But even if she wasn't an actress, Mai's attractive as a woman.
It's really rare to find a girl that good.
And you're the best sister in the world for introducing her to me.
I know, right?
But why would somebody like Miss Mai...
Want to be with a leftover like you?
I wouldn't take it that far, but she could probably choose from the cream of the crop, even without having to have somebody else introduce her to anybody.
Well, the same goes for you.
Me?
When it comes to May, it's her work. She's really serious and is a hard worker, so when she gets busy with work, she gets too focused. And to put it in a bad way, she puts her partner aside. She can be a little bit clumsy in those ways, and so it seems that a lot of times it never turns into a relationship.
And right after I had this conversation with my older sister, I was about to find out exactly what she meant. On that day, I was about to have my first day with Mai in over a month. I was really excited about it. I'm early again. I still had an hour until we were supposed to meet. Maybe I'm getting too lost in the clouds. But then 2 hours passed, 3 hours passed, and yet Mai still hadn't arrived. I wonder if something happened. Even when I called her, I didn't get a response. And then it turned into night. I was so used to my empty stomach by now that my stomach didn't even make noise. And my phone had already died a few hours ago. I guess I should go home. It was at that moment.
Mr. Minoru!
Miss Mai?
I'm so sorry.
It's okay. Calm down.
Yes. I'm really sorry. I am truly so sorry. I made you wait for so many hours. Oh, thank you so much for waiting for me.
I was worried that maybe there was an accident, but all I could do was to wait here. So,
I will tell you exactly what happened, but it's already quite late, so would it be okay if you come to my house? Is coffee okay with you?
Thank you very much. Oh, it smells nice.
This is my favorite coffee.
Yeah, it's delicious.
I'm glad. Once again, I am very sorry about today.
You don't need to apologize anymore. But if it's all right with you, can you please tell me what happened?
Yes, I know that even if I explain it, it's not something that can be forgiven, but please let me tell you. Today's shoot, it was only supposed to be in the morning, but then it kept running late. And by the time I was able to see the missed calls from you, it was already way past the time that we were supposed to meet. I tried to call you back as soon as I saw it, but I couldn't get there.
I see, but that's because my phone battery died.
You must be tired of it.
What?
It's always like this. I'm the type that once I get focused on one thing, I'm not able to see anything else. I was also too focused on my work again today, and I forgot that we were supposed to meet.
You're being honest that you forgot.
There's no point in lying about it, so...
There was a sadness in her voice.
And from now on, I'm sure that similar things are going to happen. A lot.
I see. Well then, why don't we discuss it together? How to handle it from now on.
What?
Of course. I don't want to be left alone to wait for hours all the time. But what I was worried about the most was the concern that maybe you were caught in some kind of accident. And because of that, I was searching all over social media, and that's how my phone died. If we can make a plan so that I can at least get in touch with you when your work is running late...
Well, for example, if I asked my manager to help me with this, then I think we could figure it out, but...
That's it!
But that's not what I mean, Mr. Minoru. Aren't you going to break up with me?
Do you want to break up with me, Miss Mai?
No, not at all.
Me neither. There isn't a perfect human being anywhere in this world. I also have my flaws. And so in times like that, I'm gonna prioritize my feelings. The flaws on one hand, and my feelings for you on the other, I put those two on a scale and see which side is heavier. Even if there may be some flaws, I want to be with you, Miss Mai.
Why are you being so kind to me?
Because I have a lot of fun when I'm with you. And also,
Perhaps because I respect you.
Respect me?
I went and watched all of the series and the movies that you were in, Miss Mai.
What?
And it was amazing. I may not know much about acting and what's good or bad, but at the very least, I know how hard you're working, both on and off screen. And in your acting, I could see that burning passion, even through the screen. To put it simply, I fell in love with you again. I fell in love with you as a woman, and also you as an actress. They often say that falling in love means you've lost. I can handle it a little bit. However, I will say that today, I was hurt.
I'm sorry.
And so, how about this game as a punishment?
Punishment game?
To be honest, I do think that it's a little bit unfair, but because I have this opportunity, please let me use it. I want to be together with you more, Miss Mai, forever. So will you please marry me?
Are you sure that you're okay with me?
I don't want anybody but you.
I also don't want anybody but you, Mr. Minoru. If it's not you, then I don't want to get married.
I'm glad.
I'm so happy. First, I need to think about how to announce this to all my fans.
Oh, that's right. I'm about to become one of those normal people that marries a celebrity.
That's right. You're the person, the one and only special person that I fell in love with.
It wasn't because everybody around me was getting married. It wasn't because I felt obligated or I felt rushed. I want to be with this person forever. And right now, that was the only feeling that I had overflowing from my heart. And I truly believe that marriage can come from that simple feeling. I will do everything to make you happy.
Me too, Minoru.
And the two of us smiled together.